and welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 199. A woman, a gun, and a noodle shop. My name is Eric.
I am Jason.
How's it going?
Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
That's good.
How about yourself?
I'm alright.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Got some energy?
No.
You seemed really kind of tired when I came over, but...
I'm still super tired.
Oh, okay. Just faking it.
Yeah.
Okay. Faking it's better than, nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I should not have stayed up till like 5 in the morning last night, and then gotten up at noon.
You couldn't help it, though.
I couldn't help it. We'll talk about that later. So yeah, I want to just get into this.
Let's talk about this film.
Okay. A woman, a gun, and a noodle shop.
Many people may not have heard of this. So
Yeah.
Maybe we could tell them the history.
This is it's a remake of a movie. And I know people have a thing against remakes. But I'll go ahead and say this for it right offhand. It's certainly a unique take.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not just like a Halloween redone.
Right. Which I am going to say the unpopular opinion. I like the remake better than the original.
Oh, the Halloween?
Yep.
Okay. I haven't seen the new one.
Yeah.
The later one, I mean.
Right. But no, this is a remake of the Coen Brothers movies, Blood Simple.
Their very first film.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That they directed and wrote and all that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. As we know them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they worked on other stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they made some porn.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they worked with Sam Raimi a little bit here and there.
I think he had something to do with Blood Simple as
Right.
well. So he may have like co-wrote it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But they directed it.
Right.
But you've said you've never seen Blood Simple?
I have not.
I thought you had when I picked it. I haven't seen it in at least 10 years, so it's kind of fuzzy in my memory.
Right. Did this movie jar anything for you?
There was like one scene that reminded me of a scene from Blood Simple, but I mean, like I couldn't really remember the story because I think I've seen it twice ever, and it honestly is by far my least favorite Coen Brothers thing. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like there's a lot of bands I like who, their first album, like even, this might get me booed off the stage here. Even Tool's first album, Opiate, like I would never listen to that if I had the choice to listen to anything else they've ever recorded.
Oh, no, I agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's a good album.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's definitely not their best.
Oh yeah, it's like much better than like, Linkin Park or whatever.
Right, yeah.
But, if I could listen to anything else they've done, I would much rather do that.
Right.
And the same thing goes with Blood Simple. Like, I would rather watch it than, I don't know, Tango and Cash, but
Okay. Yeah.
but I would much rather watch anything else
by
they've
Michael
done.
Bay, yeah.
Anything by Michael Bay, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when an artist, grows and matures and evolves in their work.
Exactly.
If they have a lot of talent, it shows in that first outing,
Right.
which allows them maybe to do further things.
Right.
But then when you're looking back on it 30 years later,
Yeah.
yeah.
Plus, you never know, like, how many decisions they actually got to make, or maybe they were too afraid to make.
Right.
Like, even if they were allowed, they might have been like, oh, maybe we shouldn't.
Right. First-time filmmakers.
Right. But I always thought it would be awesome to see them remake that movie since they became, like, masters of their craft.
Right.
But since they didn't, I figured, hey, well, let's watch someone else remake it.
Yeah. Well, this movie comes from a very different point of view. First of all, it is Chinese. And it takes place in the feudal Chinese era. So it's all ancient.
Yeah. A little different, because I can't remember, I think the other one was, like, Texas in the 60s or something.
Right.
Something like that.
I don't know.
I can't remember. But
This one, it was modern day, whatever year it was made.
It probably was, yeah,
Early
80s.
80s, yeah.
But yeah, way different.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything to compare it to, because I had not seen the original.
Right.
So I don't know I mean, beyond the obvious, I don't know where it strays or where it's faithful.
Right.
You know, like I do know the basic plot is essentially the same.
Right.
A woman is having an affair with a guy, and her husband is abusive, and he pays a cop to kill them.
Right.
Then things go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mishaps happen and
Yeah.
more blood is shed.
Right.
Yeah, like, I honestly think, from what I remember, like, I mean, you know, like, I guess we don't just have to compare it, but this movie seemed to have more of, like, the quirkiness that I like in Coen Brothers storytelling than Blood Simple had, actually.
Right. I can see that, but
Yeah.
again, you know, I can't compare it.
But I mean, just like, as a movie itself, you know, like, not even thinking about Blood Simple, I thought it was alright.
I'm with you. I think the movie was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous looking. It was beautifully shot. The visuals are amazing. Unfortunately, it was all for no purpose.
Right.
None of it added anything to this story.
It made it a little more, like,
Weird.
well, yeah, but it was strange because, I mean, it's such a beautifully shot movie, but then, like, you get, like, characters like that, the big doofy guy
Right.
with the, like, I swear, like, those teeth, he's this Chinese guy with these giant buck teeth that you would think was drawn by an American in the 40s.
Thank you. Him and at least one other character that shows up. I looked at them and was like, did they hire those guys simply because they look like how 1940s America would stereotype an Asian person?
Right, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But, you know, what are you going to do? I mean, it's made by Chinese people.
Right.
So, you know, it's not like, I mean, unless they're being, I don't know. Unless they're using that to make fun of us.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Because, I mean, well, this is a remake of an American movie.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
maybe that's what they're thinking.
So, yeah,
Right.
I don't know.
So, I mean, they know an American audience was going to see it. So they're like, oh, here's what
Yeah.
they want. Give it to them.
I'm pretty sure your general American audience doesn't want to watch a movie about Chinese dynasty era noodle shops.
No. No. Man, it was yeah, it seemed like, you know, it tried to be a comedy too, but then it didn't really work as a comedy, so it just went in a different direction.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the description of it on the Netflix envelope and on IMDb, call it a comedy. Wasn't very funny.
No, it wasn't. I mean, there was just a couple, like,
There were, like,
chuckles.
2 or 3 moments. Yeah.
Right. And then there was some stuff that seemed like it was supposed to be funny, like at the beginning, the buck-toothed gentleman we were speaking of earlier, he like misunderstands what this Persian guy is saying, and
Right.
there's a lot of like dialogue about that, but it seemed like a really bad like Marx Brothers skit,
Yeah.
you know? Like it's just like,
That whole beginning is just so weird and off-putting.
yeah, this Persian guy who looks like sort of like Johnny Depp from the pirate movies.
Yeah. He also looks like many people we know who hang out with other beard perverts. For the listener who is not aware, beard perverts are people who love their beards.
Oh yeah,
And we know like 50 of them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They don't. Yeah, don't get it wrong. It's not like they seek out others with beards to like. I mean, they do congregate together, but they just love their own beard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they appreciate others' beards.
Yeah, right.
But it's mostly focused on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this guy's got a crazy beard like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was awesome with the sword in the beginning.
Yeah.
He's just like trying to sell some weapons to the noodle shop employees.
Yeah.
And he's great. Like,
Yeah, I kind of wished he would have been in the movie more.
yeah, he's very cartoony.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, thank you. This movie is a total cartoon.
yeah, Yeah. Oh yeah, like yeah, cannons go off and you look back and like the person who shot the cannon, like from their nipples to their top of their head is like completely black.
Right.
You know, it's like that's like a Bugs Bunny cartoon right there. Oh man. But yeah, the characters are cartoony and like just very like stereotypical, like almost like they were making fun of themselves. I don't know. It was really weird. But yeah, what do you think though? I mean, what would you think of the story?
It's okay.
Yeah, it was just okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's mostly a visual movie. So I can appreciate it on that level, but like, I mean, take away the weird parts and it was just, I don't know, just nothing.
It seems like, I know we've ran into this before where I think something was just too long. This would have been like a good like 20-minute short film.
Yeah.
Because the story isn't so involved that it really needs to be an hour and a half or whatever it was.
It was an hour and a half. There are scenes that do, I mean, we've seen worse instances of this, but there are some scenes that drag.
Right.
Where it just seems like a character is doing one thing for a very long time.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I even, like, kind of, like, there was one or two times where my mind started wandering, and I was, like, caught myself, oh, shit, I'm missing the movie, and I look back, and they're still doing the same thing, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that could have, okay, it could have been sped up a bit. But we mentioned earlier, like, the claims of comedy. I kept noticing people tripping and falling, and, like...
I did not ever notice any of that.
Like the Lee, I think his name was the guy that's sleeping with the boss's wife.
Right.
He's also a noodle shop employee. Like every time he like went through a doorway, he like falls out of the door, or like every time he like runs up a hill, he like trips and like kicks up dirt, and I noticed even the boss was doing that when he was chasing. When he had the policeman lead him to where his wife was, he kept falling over everything. I was like,
well, he also had a leg injury.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
they were walking on a very narrow mountain.
But I think that was like supposed to be part of the comedy. Was
it?
People kept falling. Yeah,
I don't think so.
I swear there's like 8 of them. I was like, this has to be like a thing, that they're trying to like.
I didn't get that at all.
Really?
Like I just like specifically the points that you just pointed out. Like I said, the boss, the abusive husband, it is established that he has a leg injury, so he can't walk very well.
Right.
They are on incredibly tall, narrow mountain paths.
Right. Yeah, but I thought...
that are entirely made of sand.
But that's all, like, just background to them. Like, they're like, how can we have people falling around all the time? I know, have them have a leg injury.
I don't think so. I think if they truly wanted that to be the case, they would have, they would have been in close-up. Because they were not in close-up when that happened.
Right.
And there probably would have been wacky sound effects.
Right, like springs.
Yeah.
Boing.
Some crazy reaction shots, but I don't think it was supposed to be slapstick.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, is that what they said on the Netflix thing? It was a slapstick comedy?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, not really.
No.
Not really at all.
I mean, yeah, the most slapsticky thing I can recall is the cannon shooting and
right.
the soot-covered pirate guy.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's some cool characters, and like you said, it looks amazing. Like all the sets, and like not just, I mean, there's a lot of beautiful outside shots of like the mountains and the sand, and some of it even I couldn't even tell if it was real. It was so perfect looking, but
right.
But even the insides, like all the stores and everything, just looked cool.
Yeah,
like they really did a great job on making this. The backgrounds look great. But yeah, I don't know. It's enjoyable, but it's...
Yeah, I mean,
at least it's something different, like, at least
right.
It doesn't seem like, just like, oh, we've seen this 100 times, like, You know, we've barely even seen it once.
But we have.
You
I mean,
think?
the plot, anyway.
Well, yeah. But I mean, at least the method of delivery was kind of unique.
Right. Yeah, but unfortunately, that is pretty much all it has going for
That
it.
it really is.
I mean-
Like even when it ends, it just kind of ends, and
Yeah.
like I was like, really? That's the end?
What was up with that final shot? It was like a dripping water bead.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all. Yeah, like one of the characters sort of dies at the end, and it's like a close up of their eye, and then like it becomes this droplet of. I don't know if it's supposed to be their soul or what. I have no idea. But it just kind of, yeah, it didn't work for me. It does kind of make me want to go back and watch Blood Simple because, like, I don't know if there's a term for this. You know how there's a term for everything, like any sort of thing that happens in life.
Smegma.
It might be smegma. Like if you hear a song by a band and you really like that song, and then like 2 years after you've listened to it, 100 times, you find out it's a cover of an old 70s song, and then you hear the 70s song, and like that moment where you hear the original for the first time, even if you knew it was a cover, but you'd never heard the original.
Right.
Like, is there a term for that when you finally hear the original or something? Well, there should be.
Hearing.
Well, no, because
Listening.
it would be hearing something specific.
Hearing something specific.
Well, I'd like a catchier term.
Yeah, I got nothing for you.
But it kind of reminds me of that, like, because I haven't seen Blood Simple in so long. You haven't seen it all. Maybe we should just watch it for fun sometime and see what because it's like you get to see the same thing unfold that you've already seen, but you get to see the original version of it, and it kind of makes you appreciate it more. Like I know I saw Cape Fear, the De Niro one, before I saw the original,
Right.
and I liked the original one better after seeing after seeing the new one and seeing the differences. And I wonder if seeing this would make us appreciate Blood Simple more.
Right.
Like I know the Melvins have covered old songs that I didn't really probably ever would have cared for, but I love them, and then like when I hear them do it, then I finally hear the original, I'm like, wow, I kind of like this song because it reminds me of this Melvins song,
Right.
or this Melvins cut. So I don't know.
Yeah. I did actually. I had thought about trying to watch Blood Simple this week before we did this. I just ran out of time and just never had the opportunity.
Yeah, I don't have a copy, but I did look at the library because I was looking for something else for a reference photo, and I was like, oh, I'll check and see if they have Blood Simple, and they did not. But
Oh well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something we can maybe watch on a drawing night sometime. Or
Sure.
something. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this.
Yeah.
Right now. I mean,
Yeah,
it's one of those. Because part of it is whenever we watch a foreign movie, like we don't know the actors, we don't know the director, so we can't talk about any of them because we don't know a damn thing about them. We've never seen anything else that they've done, so that's out.
Right.
We don't know if they're good actors or bad actors because it's in another language.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I mean, there's certain things you can tell, but
I feel like the female lead was pretty good.
she was okay.
She was kind of expressive and
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I mean, and because everyone is so cartoonish in this movie, except for the bad guy, the evil policeman.
Right.
That it's hard to tell whether they're doing it on purpose or are they just bad actors.
Right. Yeah, like maybe they're like not hamming it up. They're just
Right.
like, this is, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm pulling it off.
But yeah, the evil policeman guy was not bad.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, and a lot of the scenes too that he was in were some of the like most awesome looking scenes, like when he kind of bursts through a door and then like all this light kind of pours in, and like there's a lot of like sweet looking shots
Oh yeah,
that involve that guy.
but like I said, the whole movie is just gorgeously shot. Like it's just a beautiful to look at movie, but yeah, I got nothing else to really praise beyond it.
It kind of feels like a play more than a movie, because it's all set in this one little area. Like I could see them doing it like even as a musical or something, like Blood Simple the musical. But
well, it almost seemed like a musical at certain times, like at the beginning when the Persian guy is dancing around with the sword,
right.
And then when all the cops show up and they make the noodles.
Yeah.
There's an extended sequence where they're just flipping dough.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it was one of those things that just lingers and the camera goes on, and they keep spinning this dough, and there's no dialogue or narration or anything.
There's not even any music.
No.
There's no music in this movie, which I kind of dig.
Was there?
Very little. I can't recall any.
Okay. Huh, I didn't really notice, but yeah, that scene was strange. I mean, it was beautiful, and you're like if I was watching people in person, yeah. But it's kind of weird in the middle of a story,
right?
Just to have like 2 minutes of someone spinning dough in silence,
right? Did make me want to try some of those noodles, huh?
Oh yeah, those big flat noodles or whatever.
Yeah, and whatever they were cooking with it, frying something of some sort.
It looked pretty good.
Yeah.
We do like Asian cuisine.
We do.
We need a tea person.
We do need a tea person.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
In the credits, there's a tea person.
Yeah.
There's a job.
Yeah.
I would do that job.
Yeah, we got Chinese last night for drawing night. We should have waited until tonight to have it.
Well, we did have noodles, though.
We did have noodles, but probably wouldn't for Chinese. Not that what we got was bad. But,
I love some Italian noodles.
Italian is good too.
But yeah. Not a bad movie, just
Not good.
not great, yeah. Wonder what the Coen brothers think of it, though.
That'd be interesting to find out. Yeah, I don't know.
We should have had them on.
We should have.
We only have the one extra chair.
Right.
So
and I don't have my extra mics yet. So,
right.
Yeah.
We would have, had to pick and choose and don't offend anyone.
Well, I think that we would have just picked whoever's name was listed as director for that movie. Because don't they switch?
I think it's always...
Or is it always Ethan or Joel?
I think it's always Joel directing and both writing.
Okay.
And then Ethan produces. I think.
Right.
I'm not positive, though. You might be right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, they both direct it, but
right.
There's only one of them that gets credit. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Man, they're awesome.
They are.
Can you imagine?
Too bad they didn't make this movie.
Yeah. They should remake this movie. No, they should have an Asian remake of The Big Lebowski. That'd be great. Actually, it might be pretty awesome.
Yeah. I was gonna say, well, they should remake some Chinese movie.
Oh yeah.
But the Americans have pretty much raped Asian cinema for
more than enough.
Yeah. So let's not.
Right.
Let's leave the Asians alone. Let them remake some of our movies.
Yeah, it's your turn, Asians. Well,
take a break.
Yeah.
All right.
You and I would not
Hey, welcome back, kids. It's your favorite podcast, Gutter Trash.
Alrighty.
That was as bad as it should have been.
Yep.
Wasn't that a Two Live Crew album? As bad as it should have been.
No, that was just the reviews.
Oh, yeah. That was the Luke Skywalker's autobiography. Oh, man.
Luther. Isn't it?
Was it Luther?
I don't know.
I don't know. Who?
Whatever.
Yeah.
I know his real name is Luther Campbell. So
Yeah, okay.
I think. Whatever. Who cares?
How did you know that? What's Easy E's real name?
Eric something.
Is it
That
really?
much, yeah.
Wow. Oh my god. It's like you know all the superheroes' secret identities. Oh. Are you Jimmy Olsen of the hip hop world? No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know Superman's secret identity, does
No, but I do have an Ice Cube signal watch.
he? He just pushed it and he like leaves whatever shitty family movie he's making and comes over and pretends to be badass.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good for you. Wow. That's a superpower.
So, I got something to say.
Oh?
The day we're recording this,
Mm-hmm.
September 16th, 4 years to the day, we recorded our very first episode.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, dude.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't. I knew it was coming up sometime soon.
Yep.
Wow. Well, how exciting is that?
It is very exciting.
4 years.
Yeah.
Wow. We could have got a degree in college.
Coulda. Instead, we were making podcasts.
Yes. What is wrong with us?
We're terrible.
Oh, we're dumb. Yeah, we are. Oh, well, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, good for us.
Yeah. So, how'd you celebrate your anniversary today?
Actually, I went to Yellow Springs with Kathleen and the living Doogie. He's still alive.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Well, what's happened to him?
For the listener who might have listened last week, Doogie went to get his raw milk and never came back. And we figured he was dead in an alley somewhere from some instantaneous homeless woman hex. But no, he just took an impromptu visit to Kentucky, on his way to get his raw milk. He He just decided to head south.
That is the opposite direction of downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
Well, I guess he ran into one of his buddies and they were going camping and he just tagged along.
All right. Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, impromptu camping. But yeah, so he's alive.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
So we went to Yellow Springs there was a fabric festival at the Young's Dairy. And my lady friend is an avid knitter. So she wanted to get some good yarn. And we did. We got some yarn.
Too bad it didn't make a good yarn.
Well, we did see some cool stuff. We saw, in the, farm where the Young's Dairy is, we saw live alpaca and llama, which is pretty cool. And there was a dog doing a duck herding demonstration. I guess he wasn't actually doing the demonstration. He was working, but there was a human with a microphone, doing, talking to the audience.
That is a ripoff.
Yeah, I know. We drove all the way up there for a talking dog and some ice cream. And the line was so long to get ice cream, it was lined out the building. So, we actually just got ice cream back in Xenia.
It's not that hot out.
No, but it was we're at Young's Dairy, and we've all I've been going there since I was a kid, and I associate that area of the world with ice cream. Because when you see Young's Dairy, you're like, man, I want some ice cream.
I wouldn't know.
Have you never been to Young's Dairy?
Nope.
When I was in high school and junior high, it was open 24 hours. So, if we were driving around bored at 1 o'clock in the morning, sometimes we'd just drive to Yellow Springs and eat some ice cream. And they had burgers and fries and stuff too back then. I don't know if they still do, but yeah.
Sounds like a horrible thing.
And it was fun.
Going to Yellow Springs.
I love Yellow Springs.
It's the worst.
I bought a couple books today too. When Dark Star, they had all their hardcovers and their back issue comics are all on sale. So I didn't buy either one. I bought a couple paperbacks. I did look at the back issues comics and asked Kathleen if she wanted to look at my Giant Size Man thing, because they had a Giant Size Man thing. I had to make a joke, but
I was very upset that last episode we did not make nearly enough Man Thing jokes.
I think we came out of the gate with 5 of them, and then
I think it was 2 at most.
Right?
Yeah,
but we were just
yeah.
Reel
It was still disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I expect better of us.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we're old. We've been doing this for 4 years.
That's true.
Maybe in year 2 we would have made some Man Thing jokes.
Probably.
But we hadn't had our naps, and our Metamucil was sour. But yeah, that was how I celebrated Good or Trash Day. How about you?
What books did you get?
I bought the second book. I think it's called Return of Tarzan, because I'm almost finished. I've been reading in my free time the very first Tarzan novel, and it's really good. A lot better than. I knew it was going to be good because obviously it's fucking Tarzan, and it wouldn't have spawned 50 other books if it wasn't some kind of good.
It could have.
All right, but it was good. It was really good. And and I bought a Jack London book that's an autobiographical book, but he changed his name and a few other details, but it's basically about his life. And I was like, I'll read that. It's only $2, so.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. And Kathleen bought something. Oh yeah, and Doogie found this book that he really wanted. It was there's this tribe, some sort of African tribe that he really likes. I forget what they're called. And he found this giant picture book. It was super thick, and it had all these amazing full color photos of them hunting and doing all these things. And the cover price was $19 on it. And then he was like, I'll probably buy this. And he opened it up, and on the first page, written in pencil by the Dark Star employee, was $50. And he went up to the counter. He's like, "Is this really $50?" And they're like, "Oh yeah." And so he was so bummed out because he really wanted it, and he just put it back on the shelf. But it's yeah, they had this $50 book. It wasn't even behind glass with all their special first editions and collectible books. So it seems if you're going in there looking for a collectible $50 book, you wouldn't find it. And the people that were just looking at, like, picture books wouldn't be expecting to spend $50, so that thing's never going to sell.
Yeah, well, that's why you can't fucking trust hippies.
Well, I'm guessing they based it on, because I know they have an eBay store and they do Amazon, so I'm guessing, like, that's what it goes for, but it just seemed like they have it in the worst possible place because...
In Yellow Springs.
In Yellow Springs, sure. Yeah. No. Yellow Springs is fine.
No, it's not.
We ate at this awesome place called the Sunriser for breakfast I'd never been to. It was great. It had like an outdoor patio that we could eat on, and it was all organic food, breakfast kind of stuff, and it was super tasty.
There's scientific proof that organic doesn't do a goddamn thing for you.
It doesn't do anything.
Nope.
You mean...
It's no different than regular food that you get at the grocery store.
Well, but I mean, it's like there's less process going on.
There's less process. Does it make a difference? The process does not harm you.
I don't know.
Nope. Scientific proof.
I'd have to...
You're basically getting ripped off.
I'd have to see this scientific proof.
We'll find it.
Yeah.
It made the news last week.
Well, but I mean, the food was like, it's all made there too. Like, I don't care if it's organic or not, but I mean, it tastes like very fresh and awesome because like they bake everything there. Like they don't even have a microwave at that restaurant. So like nothing is just warmed over.
I bet they have a microwave.
No, they don't. That's one of their claims to fame.
I bet they have a microwave.
Well, they probably have one that'll let employees like warm up their lunches from Subway.
And yours. Because it's a restaurant.
No, they have no microwave. It's fucking Yellow Springs. It's a special place.
They want to be special, but they're not special.
I love it. Me and you're gonna go there sometime and
Nope.
smoke a bunch of weed and walk a nature trail.
Nope.
And have a moment.
How about you and me go downtown, smoke a bunch of weed, and walk through the alleys and have a moment?
Like the ones where you find raw milk?
Yeah.
Those, okay. Sure. That sounds good. I'll probably be a lot less crowded since nobody's in downtown Dayton ever. Yeah. How about, so yeah, would you find yourself into?
I mostly worked on stuff today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Art-wise?
Art-wise. I did go out about 2:30 for some lunch. And I backed out of the hill where I park, and there was a dude on a bicycle sifting through the dumpster.
Oh. He's still on his bike.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I mean, he had his feet down on the ground.
Right.
Yeah, he had the dumpster lid open, and he was just poking through and pulling out, because my landlord's business is they essentially make they build cash registers for businesses, and they also do some security work here and there.
Right.
So there are a lot of machine parts in the dumpster, and he was pulling them out and putting them in a knapsack.
Oh, wow. Oh, really?
Yep.
Maybe he's making a Halloween costume.
I don't think so.
Well, that's weird. Wonder what he's doing, because it's not like you can sell that or eat it.
You might be able to sell it.
You think?
Parts,
Really?
scrap, yeah.
Like Tim
Wires and
Mendelssohn's
stuff. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's building a bomb.
Oh, okay.
He did have a very Unabombery type look about him.
Ooh. You should have reported him to the authorities.
I'm going to tell my landlord about it.
Oh, yeah, they have it all on camera. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe the camera does go around the dumpster area there,
Mm-hmm.
so. Yeah, he was very scraggly looking, had a beard, very dirty looking.
If I wasn't with Doogie all day, I would have wondered if it was him.
It reminded me of Doogie in like 25 years.
Yeah, okay.
But homeless.
Huh. Well,
Yeah.
I hope he makes some money off those parts.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that was weird. I didn't stop him or anything. I
Right.
just kept on going. But
He didn't like give you
he
the
didn't
stink
even
eye.
stop.
Right.
Yeah. Did I do anything else today? I did nothing else today.
Well, hey, artwork. That's something. That is something.
Yeah. But I did mention that I stayed up till 5 a.m. last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You were here till around almost 3.
Yeah.
For drawing night. We were watching a Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode.
Oh,
which was super awesome.
Yeah. Robert Zadar movie, Soul Taker?
Yeah.
Soul Taker, yeah. And some Estevez.
Joe Estevez.
Joe Estevez,
yeah.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, oh yeah. Robert Zadar, in case the listener out there doesn't know, his probably most famous role is Maniac Cop.
Yeah.
But his second most famous role is for having the largest head in the world.
Is it like an actual disease?
I don't know if it's a disease.
He's just got a real poofy face.
He's got a magnificently huge fucking face.
Yeah, it's not just his... I mean, his chin's amazing, but his cheeks and his... It's the whole...
It's everything.
Yeah.
It looks like a head 5 times too big for his body is sitting on his neck.
I'm gonna bet that that's like some sort of disease. Like, I don't think it's just like...
I don't know.
His style. Yeah.
Like, nothing I've read about him says that it is a disease, but yeah, his face is huge. And as they described it in the movie, it's like a catcher's mitt with eyes.
Yeah, it really is. Like, made out of human skin. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's very, makes him very memorable.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't say he's a fine actor or anything.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
And that's not weird that his most famous role is a role where he's got a mask on.
Yeah.
Because you'd think, like...
Well, heavily made up.
Yeah. Like, why would they even choose him?
Yeah,
if they were going to put him behind a mask. I don't know.
The very first time, I've never seen Maniac Cop all the way through, but I've seen parts of it. And so, I'd seen, the makeup and everything like that. But then, there's a flashback to how he gets that way, and you see him...
Oh, really?
For the first time,
wow,
regular.
I don't even remember that. I saw it when I was 12.
And it was just what the hell is wrong with that guy? Yeah. The best joke in the Mystery Science episode that I think we both laughed at for about 20 minutes after.
I bet I know what you're talking about.
It's a scene with Joe Estevez and Robert Zadar, and the one of the robots says, "Why is your face so small?"
Yeah. Joe Estevez is kind of walks off screen and Robert Zadar's faking that or something. Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, that was a good at least 5 minutes of both of us just not stopping laughing. Oh man, those guys are great. We could have used them on many episodes of Gutter Trash if they would have been here with us. Like Goliath and.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and so you left, and I was gonna go to bed. But I was just kind of flipping through channels lazily, just trying to wind down a little bit before I go to bed.
Yeah, because when I'm here, it's all amped up.
Oh, yeah. So I turn on a channel, and there's a movie just starting, and I see what it is. And I decide that there is no way in hell that I can go to bed. I can't not watch this movie. I watched Ghoulies last night.
From 3 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Yep.
That's the best time to watch Ghoulies, probably.
Oh, yeah. I will say this. It started, and thought to myself, well, I can watch it on TV. Or I could see if it's on Netflix Instant and watch it there without any interruptions. And it was, so I did.
Oh, you didn't even watch it on the TV?
Nope.
That's awesome. And they didn't cut out they didn't cut out anything either.
No. Well, thing about that movie, nothing to cut out.
Really? Really?
There's no nudity. There's barely any violence. There's certainly no gore.
Hardly any ghoulies.
There's hardly any ghoulies. They're there from the beginning and they do show up, but they don't do anything.
I know we even had a VHS copy of that, like a dub that we recorded when we rented it. And I'm sure I've watched it 2 or 3 times over the years, but I couldn't remember anything other than the actual movie poster, like cover of the VHS tape.
The ghoulie popping out of the toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. That is the only thing I pretty much remember about that movie.
Yeah.
I also may have gotten it confused with another movie called The Munchies.
Oh, The Munchies.
Yeah.
That one has a much cooler cover, where there's like a munchie. He's like eating a snack and staring at a girl's dress at the same time. We've all been there.
Mm-hmm.
And I did see The Munchies on VHS at our friend Matt Brassfield's Game Swap.
Nice.
And it was on sale, the used VHS copy, and it was something like $17 or $20.
Oh, that makes sense.
They had priced it at. And then when we asked him, we were like, did you just price it like this so it would never sell? That way it could always be here? Is that,
I suspect Matt does that for certain movies.
that's what I would have thought. He said, no, that's what it goes for on Amazon. And I was like, what? The Munchies? You kidding me?
So I watched The Ghoulies. It did end a little bit before 5. But, like, when it turned off, like, the TV version of it was still, like, 10 minutes left.
Right. So was it good enough to keep you interested, the whole movie?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was also working at the same time while I was watching it. But, yeah, I mean, I watched the whole thing.
Wow.
Had a young Mariska Hargitay in it, which means nothing to you.
Nothing to me.
Yeah. She is on Law & Order SVU. The daughter, I believe, of Jane Mansfield. Very pretty lady.
Pretty ladies.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's not a great movie, but, it's not horrible either.
Right.
Yeah.
Was there an actual scene where a ghoulie emerges from a toilet?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, that's good at least. Because when you get an image like that, you don't want to be let down once you watch it.
That does happen in the movie.
Okay,
yes.
cool. Because, yeah, sometimes, I don't know, horror movies and, like, even, like, sci-fi novels and things,
Right.
whoever does the cover is just, like, trying to sell it.
Right. But, it's not like someone is, like, going to the bathroom and, like, they lift up the toilet and it pops up and does something.
Right.
Like, it's just, random scenes of chaos and then, like, there's a shot of a toilet and he pops up and over.
Right.
But, like, no one is near it, so,
It's like that scene at the beginning of Ace Ventura when, like, one of his animals comes out of the toilet.
Right,
it's just like a throwaway
Yeah.
background scene. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Ace Ventura meets the Ghoulies. Now there's a movie. Somebody write that screenplay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a lot of those types of movies where tiny demonic creatures cause havoc.
Well,
mid-'80s.
Was Gremlins like the forerunner of that? Was that where all these came from?
I'm gonna guess. Yeah.
Like Critters? There was a Critters.
Critters, Ghoulies, Munchies, Troll,
Oh, yeah.
Hobgoblins.
I don't remember that one.
That was a pretty good MST3K episode.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's how I know of that one. Yeah.
Munchies and, a Ma and Pa Kittle. Yeah, Critters. I remember the first one was actually really scary. Maybe even Leprechaun? Nah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's a little different.
A little later.
That's a genre all of its own. How dare I?
Yeah. For shame.
Yeah. Don't lump that in there with that tripe. That's Warwick Davis, man. You don't see a Warwick Davis in a Munchies or a Ghoulies. They're not gonna. He's not gonna. How much would you have to pay him to pop out of a toilet? It's not gonna happen. Nope. Yeah. He's above that.
So that's what I did last night.
That's awesome.
That's pretty much all I got.
Well, we had fun.
We did.
We're fun-loving dudes.
Sure.
We watch movies.
Yeah.
We draw stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better than that.
No. I did get a chance to hang out with you and Kathleen on Friday.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We went out to dinner and then to Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah. About the only time I can ever stand to Walmart is after I've had a drink.
All right.
Yeah. And yeah, they had some awesome movies in their $5 movie bin.
Yeah.
I don't think none of us bought any of them, but
No.
but yeah, they have some cool stuff there at the Walmart. If you can steal it, go steal it.
We looked at some toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was just it was fun hanging out, and I'm sorry I ruined your evening.
You did not at all. I look forward to many more.
All right then. Yeah, I got nothing else. I haven't read anything. I've read some stuff. But I read the first issue of Matt Fraction's Hawkeye,
Oh, yeah.
which I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I read the last couple issues of Wonder Woman, which were also pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Issue 12 sets up a major thing to happen in the DC universe.
Sweet.
Not like, an event or anything like that,
okay.
but just like the return of certain characters.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
I think the only comic I read this week was we got a reorder of Chew Secret Agent Poyo.
Oh, yeah.
So I read that this one morning while I was eating breakfast.
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind on Chew. I think I'm like maybe 2 trade paperbacks behind at this
Okay.
point.
I guess there's like 4 of them out, I think.
Yeah, but
5 maybe.
I think 5. Yeah, but I did get a copy of Secret Agent Poyo.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're done.
Yeah.
This is 199 episodes. We've been recording for 4 years.
Yeah.
I think we should just call it quits.
Oh, you mean like just not even do anymore?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that. So, yeah, I mean, I don't see a better time to stop than at 199.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why bother doing a 200th episode?
It'd be so passe.
Right.
I mean, like, because then we do that one and then we're like, well, now it's time to quit because we're right at 200.
Right.
So, yeah, that would be what they expect.
Exactly. So maybe we should just stop now.
We still have a shred of dignity.
Right. I mean, we both got other stuff we could be doing on a Sunday.
Oh, yeah, I love masturbating.
Exactly. I mean, me too.
Mm.
Maybe focus our energies into like other hobbies.
Like model cars and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we could still hang out and build model cars.
I actually need to paint my mom's fence in the backyard.
Okay.
If you want to come over, you're welcome to help.
Sure.
Sweet.
Yeah. I mean,
Awesome.
I'm not going to do any work or anything.
Oh. Well, that's the whole reason I'd want you there.
Oh, no.
So you're just going to, like, hang out and...
Oh, supervise.
Okay.
See if you missed a spot.
Oh, well, that's helpful.
Yeah, I'd like,
Helpful.
get you like
A lemonade or
a
something?
lemonade or a water, yeah.
Well, that'd be bitchin'.
I'd keep Uma away from you while you're painting because you don't want her to get covered with paint.
That's my dog, in case you...
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then let's do it.
Me not doing work could be incredibly helpful to you.
Painters.
Yeah.
We're going to be painters.
All right.
Well, one of us.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I'm down with this.
Okay. All right. I mean, as long as you're okay with that, I mean, we're not going to have any regrets for just stopping at 199. Right?
No, I meant to mention it on 198. I just forgot.
Right. You forgot, and then you picked a movie instead.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to actually have to rent it myself, and I was like, Eric's got Netflix, so one more time.
Well, I mean, that is actually good. Now I can cancel Netflix.
Hey, save you some money.
Yeah.
Wow, man, this is working out.
It really is.
Yeah.
I can sell all this equipment.
Oh yeah. The listener can maybe like visit their grandmother, or like have sexual intercourse with their neighbors.
Right.
Or build an ant farm, or any of these hobbies you've been meaning to.
We are all free of the shackle of gutter trash now.
Right. Yeah.
Us, the listener, the world.
The world. Yeah.
Okay. I am down with this plan.
Sweet.
So, absolutely, listener, do not look for an episode 200.
It's not going to happen.
It is not ever going to happen. There will absolutely not be any kind of 200th celebration. There will be no surprise episode of any kind. It will just be nothing.
From here on out.
From here on out. Just absolutely nothing.
Thanks for your patronage, though.
Thank you very much.
You've made us all rich.
You have.
If not in monetary, at least in spirit.
Exactly. My soul is full.
Let's go empty it.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook, or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.